Summer is about to come to an end with the school season kicking back into full swing. While I'm sad that I'm gonna be heading back to school soon, I had a really fun summer and I was able to not only spend a lot of time outside, but also grow my channel significantly. So, as we're heading into the final days of summer, what better way to commemorate this year's summer than with a summer themed video? When I think of summer, one of the first things I think about is beaches. They just feel like the ideal summer vacation. So to celebrate the end of summer, I'm going to be ranking my top 10 favorite beach-themed levels throughout the mainline Super Mario games. This list will be based on how fun the levels are, as well as any special gimmicks that the level might feature. But before we start, it turns out that 73% of you watching this aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you think this video is cool and see a big red subscribe button, make sure to click it so you can see more videos like this in the future. And with all that said, let's go! So, I have a confession to make. I don't really like underwater levels, so finding levels to include on this list was a lot harder than you think. However, one beach-themed level that I thought was pretty good to start off this video is 3A from the first New Super Mario Bros. Game. This is a pretty basic level that's a mixture of a regular grass level and an underwater level, which can make this level a little more fun than the other levels. This level also features those water gliding enemies, skeeters from Mario 64 that chase you if you're in the water and will try to shit bombs on you. Other than that, there's not a whole lot that stands out about this course because it's just so generic, but I do prefer this over doing a bunch of swimming, so that's why I included it on the list. Super Mario 3D World is a pretty awesome game in my opinion. However, there aren't a lot of levels in this game featuring beaches, except for Sunshine Seaside. In this level, you run across a beautiful beach that's filled with Koopas, Chargin' Chucks, Buzzy Beetles, and those giant sand statues of Bowser and his Goombas. You're supposed to explore the beach and collect the 5 orange key coins scattered around, and then make your way into a dark cave where you do a short Plessy section. This isn't at all a bad level, and it can be pretty enjoyable, but the thing that holds it back is that the level is pretty empty. There's not a lot of crazy challenges or platforming to keep the level interesting. You really are just running around a beach, but it's still a decent level, and it is pretty relaxing to play. Finding a beach-themed level in Super Mario 3D Land was surprisingly difficult because there weren't a lot of levels in that game that I would consider to be beach-themed. However, one level that was close enough for me was 6-1. This is a pretty standard platforming level that takes place on a bunch of really tall islands. The main idea of this course is that you're running across a bunch of bridges with a bunch of Cheep Cheeps and Porcupuffers jumping from the water to try and hurt you. There's also some Goombas and Buzzy Beetles that waddle around the bridges trying to block your path. Other than that, this is a pretty standard no-nonsense Mario level with not a lot of interesting stuff in it. But the reason why I put this over the other two levels is because there's a bit more stuff going on to keep you on your toes. New Super Mario Bros. U for the Wii U was a kind of underwhelming game, and in my opinion, it just wasn't good enough to warrant being ported to the Switch, but that doesn't mean it didn't have some great levels, such as Waterspout Beach. This level is actually a ton of fun. The main gimmick of this course is that there's a ton of water being shot into the air that you can use as platforms or to swim in. There's also a bunch of those hermit crab enemies that'll try to throw rocks at you, but they're very easy to avoid. I should also probably add that the level visually looks pretty good because it's on an HD console. Aside from what I've just mentioned, there's not a whole lot to get excited about in this level. It's still a good course and it gets the job done, but like most new Super Mario Bros. Levels, you kind of forget about it really quick. Out of all the new Super Mario Bros. Games, the one for the Wii is probably my favorite. It features, in my opinion, the best levels out of any of the games, including 4-1, the beach-themed level I chose for this list. This level mostly takes place underwater with barely any land to run around on, but the thing that I like about this level is that you have access to the penguin suit, which lets you swim around this level a lot faster and with more precision than usual. And believe me, you're going to need to have precision because the waters in this level has tons of enemies, from Cheep Cheeps to Koopas to extra thick urchins. Out of all the 2D Mario games, this is definitely my favorite beach-themed level. It's not that crazy amazing when you look at the level as a whole, but it's still pretty good and earned a spot on this list. As I've said in the past, the Super Mario Galaxy games are two of my favorite games of all time, and both of them just so happen to have a beach-themed level in them. In Super Mario Galaxy 2, we have the Starshine Beach Galaxy, very clearly based off Super Mario Sunshine. This is definitely one of the more open levels in Super Mario Galaxy 2. Stuff you do in this level include finding silver stars with the help of Yoshi, using the Cloud Flower to get up a big tower, collecting purple coins, and there's also the Green Star challenges too. Once again, the main thing I like about this level is that it's not as linear as most of the other levels in the game. However, it does kind of suffer from what Super Mario 3D World had by not having enough stuff to do, but I still really enjoy this level, and it's one of those places that has a very peaceful vibe to it. While I really liked the beach-themed Galaxy in Super Mario Galaxy 2, I slightly prefer the one in the first Galaxy game. In that game, we have the Beach Bowl Galaxy. They weren't lying. This is a beach galaxy in the shape of a bowl. The reason why I have this level over the Starshine Beach Galaxy is because not only is it a lot more memorable than that galaxy, but it's a lot more fun, and the different missions you'll find have a lot more variety. You do things like climbing to the top of the island, stealing a golden shell from a penguin like a douchebag, visiting a giant stone planet with swamps and other enemies, and there's even a section where you'll use the ice flower to walk on water and wall jump off waterfalls. There's also a fast foe comet and a very tedious purple coin challenge, but overall, this level is a ton of fun and is one of the more creative beach levels. You know, despite how much Super Mario Sunshine is focused on vacation, barely any of the levels in that game involve beaches, except for Gelato Beach, one of my favorite levels in that entire game. In this level, you run and jump through a beautiful beach filled with cataquacks, palm trees, and a giant tower which is home to the infamous Sandbird level, which isn't as bad as people say. Get good, scrubs. On top of that, you also get to fight giant wigglers, collect giant watermelons, race against Piantissimo, and even explore a giant sandcastle which has a bunch of those sand platforms that disappear when you walk on them. My favorite part of this level is the music because it just fits the vacation theme perfectly. Aside from the really annoying cataquacks, this level is just phenomenal and would definitely be a place I'd want to visit in real life. You know what? Scratch what I just said. This is where I would want to visit in real life. The Seaside Kingdom from Super Mario Odyssey may not be my favorite kingdom in the game, but it's still a fantastic place to travel. Like most kingdoms in Super Mario Odyssey, this place is huge, so there are so many places to explore and interact with. The different moons you can collect in this game are really creative, like fighting a giant floating octopus, playing volleyball, and even going into a dark cave with eels coming out to eat you. Although, even if you're not going for all the moons, running or swimming around this place is just a ton of fun with some peaceful vacation music playing in the background. Top it off with HD graphics and you got one of the greatest beach levels in a Mario game, but there's still one more to go. And my number one pick for the best beach level in any Mario game is Bowser's Fury. I'm talking about the entire mode. Bowser's Fury has this beach theme for pretty much the entire thing, so I'm just going to include the entire thing. I was honestly really surprised by how good this mode is. You control Mario and Bowser Jr. as you explore the different islands looking for cat shines, with each island giving you a new challenge to tackle. Each island is a joy to run around in, and riding around on Plessie to get to said islands is such a treat. Every so often, Fury Bowser will show up to make your life miserable, and you can get rid of him by waiting him out, collecting a shine, or if you collect enough shines, unleash the power of the Giga Bell and turn into this. My only gripe with this mode is that the challenges do get repetitive, but other than that, this mode is just spectacular and is, without a doubt, the greatest beach stage in any Mario game. Well, that just about wraps up another video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please let me know down in the comments which one of these levels is your favorite, or if I missed any levels that you enjoy. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Have a great day, stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next one.